Have you considered the mystery of life and death? Where will you spend eternity? In the heart of Christianity, the resurrection of Christ gives us the answer. Take a moment to consider the words of Jesus in John 11:25-26. I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? This narrative takes us through a journey that begins in Matthew 20:17-19. Jesus, on his way to Jerusalem, reveals to his disciples the impending betrayal, condemnation, and crucifixion that awaits him. Yet he assures them of his resurrection on the third day. In Luke 24:2-3, we find the stone rolled away from the sepulchre and the body of Jesus missing. This is confirmed in Matthew 28:6. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where the Lord lay. The theme of resurrection extends beyond Christ. John 6:39 assures us that nothing given to Jesus will be lost, but will be raised up again at the last day. This promise is echoed in John 11:25, where Jesus asserts his role as the resurrection and the life. Through Christ's resurrection, we are born into a living hope, as stated in 1 Peter 1:3. Mark 16:6 reiterates the resurrection of Jesus, assuring the seekers that Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified, has risen. The course of Christ's life, death, and resurrection is outlined in Mark 8:31 and 1 Corinthians 6:14 declares the power of God to raise both Jesus and us. In John 5:25, a promise resounds. Those who hear the voice of God, who is the Son of God, shall live. This is fulfilled in 1 Corinthians 15:4, affirming that Jesus was buried and rose again on the third day according to the Scriptures. John 14:1-3 provides an assurance. Jesus is preparing a place for us, and he will return to receive us unto himself. Luke 24:5-6 reminds us to seek the living among the living, for Jesus is not among the dead. He is risen. This truth resonates throughout 1 Corinthians 15:21, where we learn that as death came by man, so did the resurrection of the dead. In 1 Thessalonians 4:14, we find hope in the belief that Jesus died and rose again, ensuring that those who sleep in Jesus will God bring with him. The narrative concludes in John 12:23-25, where Jesus speaks of his glorification and the necessity of death to bring forth much fruit. For those who love their life shall lose it, and those who hate their life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. In this journey through the Scriptures, we find the profound mystery of life, death, and resurrection unraveled. The resurrection of Christ, the promise of eternal life, and the triumph of life over death. It's a narrative that resonates with hope, redemption, and the boundless love of God.